that reminds me of a story. This story, The Bear Ate Your Sandwich, by Julia Sarcone Roach, who wrote and illustrated this book. Very talented. Wow. I love it when there's special pictures on the first page before the story even starts. Isn't that fun? By now, I think you know what happened to your sandwich, but you may not know how it happened. So let me tell you, it all started with the bear. That doesn't look like a super spooky bear. I hope this story isn't too scary. The morning air was warm and bright when the bear stepped out of his den. He stretched and sniffed. What sound do bears make? Do they roar? Do you want to roar with me before we get into this? Roar! I feel much better. Let's continue. The scent of ripe berries drifted toward him and led to a wonderful discovery. After a berry feast, the bear curled up in the sunlight and listened to the buzzing of the bees. Before long, he was asleep. I bet bears snore real loud. By the time the bear opened his eyes, the buzzing had become a rumbling. He was being quickly swept along like a leaf in a great river. The forest disappeared in the distance, and high cliffs rose up around him. It looks like the bear might be going to the city. Uh-oh, that's not where bears live. Once the rumbling stopped, the bear found himself in a new forest. Is that a forest? I think it's a city, but if you were a bear, you wouldn't have the word for city, and you might just think it was a strange forest. It was like nothing he'd seen before. The forest had many great climbing spots. The trees were still itchy here. There was good bark for scratching, and the mud squished nicely under his feet. Let's talk about this. The words in the pictures don't go together properly. The climbing spots make sense, but is that a tree? No. Sunshine sees scratching his back on a post. Is this bark? I don't think so. What is he doing? He's scratching up a brick wall. And what's that? Do we know what that is? This might be new to some people. This is wet cement. Like when they put in a new sidewalk and it's smooshy. And the bear thinks it's mud because he doesn't know. There were many interesting smells in this forest. Oh, you're smelling the garbage. But some of the tastiest ones had already been found. Oh my goodness, do you see what's happening in this picture? I had to take a close look. The bear has met a man in a bee costume, and a raccoon, and an old lady feeding the birds who says, "Nice kitty." Because sometimes we don't know what we're looking at right away and we say the wrong thing. Oh, and what's that? The bear sees little black cats. Are they gonna have fish together? Maybe. What's happening next? I'm so excited about this bear's adventure. Oh, leafy green smells led the bear to new fun. And that is when he saw it. What did the bear see? There it was! Your beautiful and delicious sandwich all alone. There's a sandwich on this bench. It is all alone. Until the bear comes. He waited to make sure no one saw him. Not even the sandwich. Can sandwiches see? Before he made his move. can't do it. Oh, Bear. Have you ever seen a more fun picture than that? Look how happy this bear is eating your sandwich. It was such a great sandwich. The bear loved it. But just when he was almost finished, he heard sniff, snuffle, slobber, snort. Behind him, he had been seen. Look at that. What do we have? We have some dogs at the dog park. They've seen what the bear did. How many dogs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dogs! The bear was so surprised that he ran out of the park and down the street until he spotted a very tall tree. It was up in the telephone pole. From the top of the tree, the bear could see his forest. It was time to go home. The waves rocked the bear and he began to doze. The bear's taking a boat. This bear, I don't even know. When he opened his eyes, he heard the breeze and familiar branches and the birds and bugs. Evening song. Oh, beautiful. Well, the bear made it home just fine. Oh, that's nice. So that's what happened to your sandwich. The bear ate it. I saw it all. I tried to save your sandwich. I was able to save this little bit of lettuce here. The bear dropped it as he ran off, but I couldn't save the rest. I'm sorry to have to tell you about your sandwich this way, but now you know. What's happening? Do you see that? This little dog was telling that whole story. Do you think the little dog ate the sandwich and then told a fib? I think that maybe that's what happened. Dogs do not like to be caught eating your sandwich, but they sure love to eat your sandwich, don't they?